I'll just remind you of things.
Always they're all now. We're ready. All right. Call this meeting to order. Notice of a regular meeting, October 27th, 2025 at 5 p.m. City Council Chamber 3947 Lincoln Avenue, Groves, Texas. We all rise for the prayer and pledge. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you today to ask for your guidance at tonight's meeting. We ask that you look over our city, its citizens, its workers, its first responders, and all those who contribute to our city. We ask for good weather moving forward, and we ask that you be with everyone who needs it. And in your son's name we pray. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, good. Okay. Item 4, roll call, city clerk.
Mayor Bourne,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Canitas,
Here.
Councilmember McAdams, Councilmember Holmes,
Here.
Councilmember Day, here.
I do welcome everybody to tonight's meeting. Item 6, be reports. No, sir. No reports. Okay, item 7, be citizen comments. Have any citizen comments at this time? All right. Item 8, deliberate and act to approve the minutes of the October 13th, 2025 city council meeting.
I make a motion, we deliberate and act, approve the minutes of the October 13th, 2025 city council meeting.
Well, second.
Have a motion and a second to deliberate and act to approve the minutes of the October 13th, 2025 city council meeting. Do I have any questions? No questions, vote on the motion. Mayor votes aye. Mayor Pro Tem Canitas.
Aye.
Councilmember Holmes.
Aye.
Councilmember Gay. Motion passes. Item 9, hear and deliberate on a presentation regarding the October 7th, 2025 National Night Out event. This is informational only, so we'll ask the marshal to come up to the podium.
Mayor and council, thank you for this opportunity to give you a slight update. Do you have the clicker by chance or?
It won't work on PDF.
Okay, no worries. If you don't mind.
I'll do the question.
That'll work. We had some changes this year and road closure that you approved, so I wanted to give you an update to how it went. If you weren't there, you missed the gym because it was a record turnout. It was really, really great. It went off without a hitch, very, very smooth, 0 incidents, and we were very, very excited about it. if you don't mind getting those slides going. Oh, so it's not the PowerPoint, so it won't have motion. It breaks my heart. We'll get it next time. We had me falling in the Dunkin' booth on repeat. I tried to upload GPOs so that we could watch that while he wasn't here at his expense, but that's okay.
But next meeting, we'll set up the Dunkin' booth at park.
Oh, that'll work, that'll make up for it. Video.
His, as of this past week, like last week, I haven't looked at it in the last few days. His video that I videoed him getting dunked had over 8,500 reviews.
Very good. Well, without a doubt, we had a record attendance. When I verify through the raffles and through the sign-ins, and I do an actual count of who signed in, who registered, a lot of times they add how many children were with them. But for the raffles, that's the clearest way to get a clear articulation of how many were there, because nobody wants to miss a raffle opportunity. And we had 737 attendance based on those two factors. We know without a doubt that we had a higher indicator, and that's based on giveaways, food, and things of that nature, especially the photos, but that's the highest that I can actually verify. But even with that increase, with a new location, with other factors, 0 incidents, we were very excited about that. Next slide, please. So this is the map that we used, and we used it, I generated it for 2 reasons. One was obviously to show it off and to get everybody coordinated, but it was also for our incident action plan, our IAP. So one thing that we're starting to try to do much more frequently is for any event in the city, generating an IAP. And that's with the fire department and the police department coordinating together to make these events as safe as possible. But this gets circulated throughout the city. So to every department, somebody has a hand to play in these events going off properly. So Public Works getting us resources, trash bins, barricades, fire and police setting up their equipment in a proper way. And the second reason I wanted to show it off to you guys, and it's not going to have a video with it, unfortunately, since it's not PowerPoint. I worked so hard on that. But the next image, the next slide is actually a size difference between the way we previously had the event at the park and today. So you can see, you won't be able to zoom in since it won't take up the whole screen like the PowerPoint had designed. But that's the exact per scale region that we were utilizing at the park. And you can see how much larger we can make the event based on this usage. So we were very grateful that the city was able to allow us to shut down the roads for this endeavor. We're very grateful. Next slide, please. Obviously, the Dunkin' booth was a major hit, as were each of the sponsors' tables. I want to give a shout out to Chick-fil-A, Domino's, Courtyard Cafe, and Stack, because they provided a ton of food and beverages, and it was amazing. We also had, if you'd switch to the next one, please. This is our growth over the last 4 years. So you can see that we were hovering really around 500 to 550 year after year. And with this increase and the joint efforts between the fire department and the police department, you can see that there was a major rise there. And I also wanted to display this image with all of the sponsors that helped make this event possible. And though obviously any of these events go off much better when food is provided. Another shout out that I want to make is to Gulf Credit Union. They are by far our biggest contributor at every event that we have. And we're really appreciative, because they really help make these. Not only do they provide monetary and handouts and event attractions like laser tag and bounce houses, they also provide volunteers that help man the stations, that make sure that we have eyes on all the bounce houses, people checking in, and they just do a great job. So I wanted to single them out, because they do that year after year. But we had lots of incredible additions. Crime Stoppers was out there. We actually had the Groves Neighborhood Watch manning a table. TxDOT was there with the crash simulator. Jefferson County Marine Division, DFW was also able to attend, so we were very excited about that. Next slide, please. The other benefit, of course, having it in the way that we did, was having the covered area. Unfortunately, our DJ had the worst case, because the sun beat down on the parking lot that we assigned him to without much coverage. So he was dancing mainly because the heat was resonating through his shoes. But he did a great job, but having the bays open for our food and cool down area was fantastic. So we were very appreciative that we had that opportunity as well. And in every image, you just see so many smiles. This is an incredible community-based success. So I'm very, very excited about that. And you can see from a few other angles just how big it got. And the other thing that pleased me so much was a lot of times we set this up over 3 hours. So we'll do from 4 to 7 or from 5 to 8. But we typically start winding things down a little bit early. This picture taken on the bottom right was about 17 minutes prior to the end of the event, and there were still people all over the place. So it was a major success. Next slide, please. On behalf of everybody that was a city employee that helped or volunteer, we want to say a major thank you to the council, to the city of Groves, all the departments that were participating, and of course, to the community. Thank you all so much for coming out and making this a success. We've already learned a lot. We're going to be generating a survey that people can access on Facebook and hopefully on the website soon to give us some feedback. And I'll keep y'all updated as to what information we received as a result. But other than that, that's all I had. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you. Any questions for Marshall? Questions? Item 10, deliberate and act on a request by the Groves Pecan Festival for hotel occupancy tax funds for tourism related advertising and promotion of the city.
I make the motion to deliberate and act on a request by Groves Pecan Festival for hotel occupancy tax funds for tourism related advertising and promotion of the city.
Second the motion.
Have a motion and a second to deliberate and act on a request by the Groves Pecan Festival for hotel occupancy tax funds for tourism related advertising and promotion of the city. On to questions. Ms. Letha? Tell us what you got her. City manager?
Yes.
I'm just,
You're not
doing well
You're not
tonight.
doing well, okay.
Right. What you see here, on the memorandum is kind of explaining, we're requesting $22,000 in hotel occupancy tax funds to certify the city's pecan statue as the official Guinness World Record holder for the world's largest fiberglass sculpture of a seed. The funds will be used to pay for the Guinness World Records, package of services, which includes, dedicated account management and record application support, a GWR adjudicator to verify, announce, and certify the record. They will come down. We'll have an official ceremony, and they will stamp, we get the seal of approval and what have you all at one time, and we'll plan this event. We get the rights to use their trademark in a local press release, with one promotional video and up to 1,000 printed items. And that's going to be over a 2-week period going out to promote that event happening. And we have a package included in there that we've already gotten from Ego Media for TV commercials, 2 different spots, KBMT, then KFDM, KBT TV, and CW for 75 and 73 30-second commercials, which, if you look at that, one is 160,000 household impressions, the other one's 243, so there's 400, the opportunity for 403,000 household impressions, which that's just our portion here locally, not to mention the national. It includes the branding, this media package, we, the chamber, will pay. We have to agree to pay to a media package, and this is the package we chose, so we'll pay the $3,000 for this. We also have to pay for that person from GWR to come down. We have to pay for their flight, their hotel and accommodations, rental car, whatever have you, transportation, things like that. So we will pay for all those items. The other money that we're asking for is this package deal that we've agreed to with them. We can already say that we're the world's largest pecan. The other bondholders that have this title, it's self-claimed. They did not go through the Guinness Book of World Records. So we can already claim that, but adding this through GWR gives us so much opportunities for tourism, even around the world, not just locally. The credibility and the prestige that these marketing efforts offer. Investing 22,000 in hot funds provides a lasting visibility and brand value for the city well beyond the initial campaign. This 22,000, I mean, our media package for just the Pecan Festival is around 25,000 each year. So asking for this, and it's coming in a hotel motel, which is what it's designed for tourism. This is phenomenal for us. We have had people as recent as this afternoon taking pictures in front of that pond. And from, other parts of Texas, they were from northern Texas. It's gonna give us earned media exposure. It's gonna give us a brand lift and awareness, and long-term visibility. The records have a halo effect. It extends to publicity and tourism benefits well beyond the event itself. We are a tourism bureau. We currently don't hold anything in our city limits to really tour. And this gives us, greater credibility to the tourism part of our name and our establishment, our credibility, as well as, what it's bringing to gross and what, it'll elevate, also elevate the city's, visibility. It'll attract visitors, and of course, it's gonna promote community pride in a unique and a globally recognized way, so. Does anybody have any questions they want to ask me about it?
We have a couple.
Number one, thanks for reaching out. I know there's some legwork when it comes to reaching out to an organization like this and, trying to make things official. And, thanks for also giving us a comparison of, what type of value this package is, as opposed to what we're spending each year for the Pecan Festival by itself. Ms. Letha, I'm just looking, Mr. Cruz, can you look at page 29? Just in the email package, you had 23,000 there.
Yes, they want 23,000 if we do it within 2 weeks from now.
Okay.
But if we can shave 1,000 off if we wait 30 days. So $1,000 is $1,000, so we're gonna wait 30 days.
Yeah. As far as, so this would be for the Groves Pecan Festival as an organization. Posting this, I mean, the applications,
It is through the roast because that's who sponsored the actual pecan being.
so that publicity or that media, that's gonna be with Pecan Festival branding on that, or?
It will be with the GWR branding.
Okay.
Yes, it's through the Pecan Festival, but it is also, we are the governing entity for Pecan Festival and the tourism portion.
And so they're talking about, the world's largest blank, in Groves, Texas. That, where we're at, our locale will be mentioned in there. So
Yes, and that puts us on their websites, not just our websites. That puts us worldwide.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no end. I can't even do it justice to explain to you how incredible this is gonna be for Groves, Texas.
And so that's a one-time fee to get on their books as being the
Yes,
largest.
that's having a
So we
world,
don't have to pay a maintenance fee every year to
We
keep
do
our
not.
name on there,
we do not.
come remeasuring.
And I don't picture anybody coming back and stealing that from us right away. Like,
Yeah. Gotcha. Well, thank you for the information and
Absolutely.
thanks for answering the questions.
I just want to be clear that this is not coming out of any general fund.
No.
Or anything like this. It's strictly out of hotel motel tax. And it's not coming out of taxpayer dollar, correct?
Correct, it's strictly out of HOT.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And this is one of the main purposes of HOT is, you know, one of the approved expenditures is for tourism.
Lamar, can you give us a rundown of the approved uses of hotel motel tax?
It's a two-pronged test. There's a whole bunch of different items where basically they're all to promote tourism in the area. And generally, the way it's categorized is heads and beds. What type of events will generate enough interest to bring people not local to the community to basically keep a head in the bed to promote the hospitality industry we have in our community. It's paid for with the hotel occupancy tax that's collected by people who are staying short-term in local hotels and motels in the area. It's to provide advertising, it's to provide events, it's to provide festivals. There's limited advertising that goes with that. There's a list of things that aren't authorized, like fireworks or cash awards. But it's, as far as promotional items, that's absolutely authorized.
Can you give us a small example of the past uses that we have approved, similar to, well, advertising for the
The
Confest,
Con Festival is the biggest one we've done. We've done car shows,
the Fetters Tournament?
the Fetters Tournament. The car show is a good example. There's some education that had to go with that. But basically, we were able to do some promotional items, but we were not authorized to award monies as far as who got first, second, third place and all that kind of stuff out of the hotel funds. There was a little confusion on that, and that is not authorized as far as use of the monies.
When you say promotional items, gift bags, things like that.
Gift bags, advertising on TV and radio, magazines, and other giveaway type stuff. But cash awards, fireworks aren't authorized. But those have a,
Couple more questions for you, so don't run off.
okay,
One, does the fund have enough to support this request?
we checked it before this. I think we were at 347,000 in the balance off the top of my head. So yes, it does.
Okay. Second question is, who sets the occupancy tax rate? And when's the last time it was changed?
Well, the city authorizes the tax rate as allowed under state law, which we've done. The last time it's changed, that's before me. It's been at the 9% level for at least 16 years.
I'd like to know how that rates among other places.
This is just. This
I won't hold you
is
to it.
every community has gone to the max rate. As soon as it could. So I think,
Is that us as well?
yes,
Okay,
So we're at max.
yes.
okay.
Now, there are other communities that also have an additional venue tax, sports. And venue tax, when there's, you go to Houston and San Antonio, you look at your hotel bill, and it's. They're also,
They also have resort fees for those types of places, okay. I just want to make sure that we weren't falling behind in something that we haven't looked at. But if we're at the max already, and you're saying to date, you think we have around 347,000? Okay. Do you see any major other things that we do yearly that we haven't done yet for this fund?
Well, it's about that we haven't done.
Yeah, so we haven't done the final numbers on the Confest for any types of reimbursements that they've asked for. But it wasn't, I mean, obviously it's not.
Yeah, well, we have the
$300,000.
we have the chamber amount that's already budgeted. And
Okay,
we have a rough estimate on the Con Festival for the upcoming year. But new items such as this, if council approves, we'll amend the budget and authorize it. But once we start getting to 100 or so, and there's still more requests coming in, our job will be to say we might want to slow down just a little bit.
Okay.
Sure.
The support for the arts, performing the arts. We still have that portion to ask for, but I don't know if that falls in this category or what category that falls in.
Arts would be, as far as it'd be eligible for hotel occupancy tax as well.
And that's the only one we haven't put in for because until they actually come and perform. and we pay them. We don't, and we usually ask for that either if by the end of the year or the first year. It just depends on when everybody gets us paid, and we have paid everybody for the festival to clear out.
Well, there's a percentage cap on that.
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions?
As far as what we can use the, Guinness World logo and such for, can we use that for like a billboard? Is that allowable in the media we can use?
I'm not sure. I'll be honest, I haven't asked that question.
Cause there's like time constraints on some of the.
Yes, they have time constraints on that. If that is possible, I would certainly consider doing that,
There.
you know.
We have not seen the full contract yet, right?
No, they won't draw that up until this is confirmed.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to give us the 30 days too.
Any other questions? No other questions, we'll vote on the motion. Do we need to add the dollar amount? Yeah, I would have added it. Yes, I believe we did that. Rashana,
Okay, I amend my motion, to approve the Grove Pecan Festival's request for 22,000 in hotel occupancy tax funds for tourism related advertising and promotion of the city.
Brandon,
I'll second that motion.
have an amended motion and a second to approve the request for the Gross Con Festival 22,000 for hotel occupancy tax funds for tourism related advertising and promotion of the city. Any questions?
Do we need to set that not to exceed or?
It's already said.
Specific amount, I think.
Okay.
So we are good, no other questions, vote on the motion, Mayor votes aye, Mayor Pro Tem Canitas.
Aye.
Councilmember Holmes,
Aye.
Councilmember Gay. Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 11, deliberate and act on resolution 2025-11, casting ballots for the Jefferson Central Appraisal District Board of Directors.
Make a motion, we deliberate and act on resolution 2025-11.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. To act on resolution 2025-11, casting the ballots for the Jefferson Central Appraisal District Board of Directors. On the question, Mr. Crew, tell us what we got here.
Mayor and council, you'll remember, I think it was last meeting, or meeting before last, you approved a resolution nominating Bert Lamson to serve on the board of directors of JCAD. This is the actual casting of votes to serve. We currently do not have anybody on the board of directors who represents Mid County. So recommendation from staff is that we cast all 22 votes for Bert. We'll see in the program allocation of total votes. Shoot. Well, I just don't. This combobulated tonight.
You want me to read them?
Our 22 votes out of the 1,600 plus votes. One doesn't amount to a very big percentage, but every bit counts. So hopefully together with, I don't know, Paul Bird is working with, but some school districts that will get Bird on the board to represent Mid County.
Any questions? Yeah, for the staff recommendation of 22 votes for Bert Lamson.
Amend my motion. Of adoption resolution 2025-11, casting all 22 votes for Bert Lamson.
Second.
A motion and a second, amended motion and a second. To approve resolution 2025-11, casting all 22 votes for Bert Lamson for the Jefferson Central Appraisal District Board of Directors. Any questions? No questions, vote on the motion. Mayor votes aye. Mayor Pro Tem Canitas.
Aye.
Councilmember Holmes.
Aye.
Councilmember Gay. Motion passes. Got a whole bunch of them, didn't we? All right, item number 12, deliberate act on. A, amending definitions, requirements, penalties, and enforcement in code of ordinances, chapter 21, article 3, game rooms and gaming machines. B, amending code of ordinances, part 3, appendices, appendix A, zoning. And or C, ordinance 2025-20, approving a permanent moratorium on game room applications.
I make a motion, we deliberate but do not act on the following things: amending definitions, requirements, penalties, and enforcement code ordinances, chapter 21, article 3, game rooms and gaming machines. Amending code of ordinances, part 3, appendices, appendix A, zoning, and or C, ordinance 2025-20, approving a permanent moratorium on game room applications. Is that okay to just
No.
deliberate?
No, but we're gonna let it die. Does anybody have a second for that?
Okay, okay.
No second? Okay, item number 12. Anybody else wanna make a motion?
Well, now I'm confused.
Go ahead.
No,
We read the whole thing.
yeah, straight.
Yeah.
Don't leave words out.
Make a motion, we deliberate and act on A, amending definitions, requirements, penalties, and enforcement in code of ordinances, chapter 21, article 3, game rooms and gaming machines. B, amending code of ordinances, part 3, appendices, appendix A, zoning, and or C, ordinance 2025-20, approving a permanent moratorium on game room applications.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to deliberate and act on amending definitions, requirements, penalties, and enforcement in code of ordinances, chapter 21, article 3, game rooms and gaming machines. B, amending code of ordinances, part 3, appendices, appendix A, zoning and or ordinance 2025-20, approving a permanent moratorium on game room applications. On to questions. All right, I will go first. My recommendation at this time, since one council member McAdams is not here. And of all what we're looking at, I'm not ready to agree with a full ban of 8-liners. So my recommendation at this time is to extend the moratorium for 12 months and take no actions on any of the other ordinances at this time. Anybody else got anything they want to say?
I'm all right with that.
I agree with that.
Mayor, that would be leaving the current game rooms operational.
The current ones can operate as they are at this time.
Okay, and no new application.
No new applications for a period of at least 12 months.
And just to be clear, so any existing permits, SUPs that expire during the moratorium period would be renewed
Upon their payment of fees.
as we have been for last.
Yes,
But the fees are required.
yes, yes. If they fail to pay their fees, they violate their specific use and it is no longer intact, correct?
Correct.
Would they be required to file for that news?
They still have to follow all the rules.
So they have to file for the new permit,
No.
special use permit?
No, they would just continue to pay the fees with the application that they submit, same application that they submit each year.
The specific use would not be required, but the application still is.
Okay. So does that open us up for any further litigation based off of recent things, if we just continue moratorium?
I think there would be more changes coming, because something's gonna have to happen to define this issue about unconstitutional eight-liners, but I don't think that that necessarily brings litigation to the city, because the city has freedom to do what they want with the eight-liners at this time.
Mayor, with the moratorium, we're still allowed to go and do our various audits as we usually.
Yeah, they're still required to follow all the same rules.
Okay.
That they're doing. Just at this time, without Councilmember McAdams here and with just, in my opinion, unclear directions on what is allowed is, I can't see myself being able to make that decision at this time. Anything else? So, Councilmember Gay, if you want to. Well, ordinance 2025-20, you said it says permanent. Was there not a? Can we do it without a specific timeline, or would you rather have a specific timeline?
Well, this one was indefinite. I think that still leaves the term at the discretion of council, is the way it was drafted, so indefinite. You could set a year today.
Okay. Would council have any issues with the 12-month moratorium?
No, sir.
Sounds good to me.
Thank you.
Reasonable and fair.
Huh?
Sounds fair and reasonable to me.
Councilmember Gay, if you wouldn't mind amending your motion to, for item 12C, 2025-20 with a moratorium of 12 months.
May amend my motion to deliberate and act on approving a permanent a 12-month extension on moratorium for game rooms ordinance 2025-20.
Second.
A motion and a second to deliberate and act on the ordinance 2025-20, approving a 12-month moratorium extension on game room applications. Do you have any questions at this time? Being no questions, we'll vote on the motion. Mayor votes aye. Mayor Pro Tem Canitas.
Aye.
Councilmember Holmes.
Aye.
Councilmember Gay. Motion passes. Item 13, deliberate and act on October 27, 2025 invoice list.
Make a motion to deliberate and act on the October 27, 2025 invoice list.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to deliberate and act on October 27th, 2025 invoice list. On to questions. Mr. City Manager.
He's trying to spend all this money for you, ladies.
Yeah. I'm sure his name's next to all these and so.
None of these are water, wastewater related, that's why they're pretty high. 17 items on the list tonight. First one's for Beck, the replacement of pneumatic valve actuators and set the water plant. Is that correct, Troy?
Yes.
$17,535.60. Community Industries Power Water Plant. It's $34,317.60. Citibank for our P cards for the month. $901.01. City of Beaumont, it's our annual maintenance fee for the radio system, $27,843.35. City of Port Arthur for landfill fees, $20,510. Enterprise, our monthly lease payment, $12,112.32. Voda tractor for the skid steer, council approved last month, $73,601.69. two to Moody Brothers, PM. The the water plant, $5,930, and then annual PM, with chlorine SO2 systems at wastewater plant, $10,350. PBS chlorine at the water plant, $6,861.60. Republic two for Republic Services, one for sludge disposal, $8,233.46. And the other one for container service, $20,191.71. Revise, it's a second payment for the website, it's $5,850. RTS Tactical for active shooter kits, $17,577.25. Two to Tress for rebuilds of the high service pump number one and number two, $5,350 and $36,824. And lastly, Zone Industries for repair of number four pump at Taft Lift Station, that's $71,580 for a grand total of $391,569.59.
Any questions about the attorney's service?
Go for it.
Good evening, sir. The first one about the electric valves for replacing the pneumatic ones. Mr. Caruth, I think maybe there were some invoices or something missing in the attached. Some of the supporting documents. That is for the purchase of these things or purchase and install?
Just purchase, we're gonna install them ourselves.
I see you guys reached out to several vendors. Neither they weren't able to service us or we got no response from them.
Some of them were no response and some were no service. So
This recommended vendor, is this somebody that's local if we need parts or?
they're as local as they can be. I mean, they're, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember exactly where they were, but I know that during the COVID time, they were made in America, and I know there was an issue getting parts for the other valves, so we chose to go with Beck because this is it's an electric valve which eliminates the air, the air compressors that we have issues with anyway. So we're trying to go away from the pneumatic valves and go strictly to.
So is there any type of training we need for our attendants on this or?
No, these are direct replacements, minus the air.
I think Port H is doing the same thing.
Yes, they are. I think same company. Thank you.
The two pump rebuilds,
One's a motor and one's a pump.
one motor, one pump.
Yeah, pump number two is the actual motor, the pump, is 30 something thousand, I can't remember the exact number, but yeah, I know that it was a little more expensive than one of the pumps they had, but we'd have to retro our actual can that the pump sits in, which would cost an additional.
So that's what I was gonna ask, what, at the point of rebuilding one versus buying a new one, but we would have to change
There's a lot more we'd have to change out to accept the new pump.
I got you, and the same thing on the last one, the lift station as well. Cause that's a repair.
Yes.
To do a new one there was like 300 and.
I was ridiculous.
$1,000.
Yeah, I appreciate I read through some of those details. I know these are past things and future things. Thanks for the information on those things, the packet there.
Have we received the skid steer yet?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Nobody wants to use it, but they're afraid that it's gonna get dirty dented and dirty.
I'll come down there.
Just walk by it and scrape it with a hammer, that way we can just keep going.
No, they're using it. It's new. They're used to the old one, so.
Yeah, okay.
Mr. Cruz, I had two other questions. The City of Beaumont radio systems, what is that? Item 4.
Yeah, Marshall.
Thank you, Marshall.
Not a problem. So the Southeast Texas Regional Planning Commission is the hub in which we maintain all of our radio towers and systems. And for years, absolutely, we're talking 5 counties. For the longest time, the port security grants funded the maintenance, and so we only covered about 25%. I think I briefed council maybe Q1 or 2 of 24. Those are no longer covered through the port security grants, so it just so happened that for years and years, Beaumont headlined the port security grant, so they would pay it all in full, and all of the cities and agencies would reimburse them. Even though the port security grant is still not covered, they are fitting the bill up front 100%, and then they seek reimbursement from the cities. So that's why the payment went to the city of Beaumont.
So is this one of the radio systems that's being used in the central dispatch service that we pay separately?
These are our section of the maintenance divided out evenly per radio across all the agencies. And it basically funds the maintenance of all of the towers for the whole region. So it's through the Regional Planning Commission, an agreement that we've basically all joined and have been a part of for 30+ years.
And this is an annual.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It used to be in the 8,000-ish region when the port security grant would cover a lot of the funding. Unfortunately, we don't have a grant that focuses on maintenance of systems, so we got to fit the bill.
You're not asking about our portion of the dispatch, the central dispatch that we pay.
Oh, no, I was asking, if it's something new, I was wondering, is it something this central dispatch uses? But it sounds like it's outside of, beyond what central dispatch.
I mean, in a way, the way you asked that, yes, anytime we're using our radio,
Yeah.
so dispatch to us to dispatch and across agencies as well. There is a console portion of the maintenance and fees that is for the specific consoles in central dispatch. And the three mid-county cities divide that evenly, I think it might just be evenly, it might just be 33%.
But it's
Yeah.
just split evenly.
I think so, yes, sir.
We want it to not be.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. Anyway, that's a topic.
Yeah.
So this,
You can think of before deregulation of the phone system, you had AT&T for long distance, and you had the regional bell systems. Think of our mutual dispatch system with the other two cities as the bell system, and AT&T is this regional truck radio system.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
so we're paying this out of the police budget?
Yes, sir, and this is a budgeted item,
Okay.
so it was discussed during the budget process.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
One other question, Mr. Caruth, the revised payment, if I recall, that's website and that's like over a 5-year term.
Correct.
As far as, rolling out the new website, do we have an update on that?
Is that staff went through training earlier this month, and the next step is to update the content on the respective pages.
Gotcha, okay, thank you. No further questions, thank you.
Any other questions? No other questions, vote on the motion. Mayor votes aye. Mayor Pro Tem Canitas.
Aye.
Councilmember Holmes.
Aye.
Councilmember Gage.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item 14, councilmember comments. Any councilmember comments?
I do have one. I just want to say thank you to all the sponsors for the National Night Out, including Old West for feeding all the first responders, and I believe donating a TV. It's appreciated.
Anything else? Okay, have a good Monday. Adjourned at 5:46. Thank y'all. Only them leave. Like that. Don't let him leave.
We stopped.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay.